All right, well, as we said, all systems go for the 40th National Arts Festival in Grahamstown, and the organisers have assured visitors that the show will go on despite load shedding in the country. Well, the festival opens to the public today, and thanks to a deal between Eskom and the Makana Municipality, there will be no power cuts for the duration of the festival. They're lucky. But there will be a compromise. For more on this, let's cross to Lerato Thipa, who is covering the festival for us. Okay, so Lerato, good morning to you. It's good to know that the lights are going to be on there in Grahamstown. They better watch out. They might find the whole country flocking to Grahamstown now.
Definitely is the place to be. A very good morning. We are broadcasting live from the City of Saints in Grahamstown for the National Arts Festival. As you said before, through a partnership by Eskom and the Makana Municipality, it's all way go, and they are saying that the show will go on and nothing will disrupt the festivities this morning. Joining me this morning is Tony Lancaster, the CEO of the National Arts Festival, to elaborate more on the issue of load shedding at this year's festival. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Now, one of the major concerns about this year's festival is load shedding. Could you just elaborate more how the partnership between Eskom and the Makana Municipality is going to assist in managing the issue?
Sure. First of all, we're told by Eskom that the likelihood of load shedding is quite low, so we're going to hold on to that for a little bit. But in the unlikely event that there is load shedding, the plan that we have is that most of the festival venues are located in a part of Grahamstown known as City 2. Grahamstown has a City 1 and a City 2 area. So for the duration of festival, City 2 is going to be protected from load shedding, but obviously what that means is that Grahamstown still needs to contribute to any load shedding that takes place. So in the case of load shedding, City 1 will then be load shed for both its as well as City 2's schedule. Obviously, if you live in City 1, that's a little bit unfair because it means that you can have double the load shedding. So the plan is that for the 2 weeks after festival, that's going to be flipped around. So everyone in Grahamstown will have 2 weeks of darkness, 2 weeks of light, but we hope that if you are load shed during the festival, that you'll come to our venues because the show will be going on.
Now, this year is the 41st anniversary of the festival. What are some of the interesting and exciting things that people can look forward to at this year's festival?
Every year the festival gets its flavour and its excitement and its energy from some of the 2,500 performances that we stage. So there's 2,500 amazing moments as the curtain goes up. So it's very difficult to pinpoint one or two. Obviously, we're very proud of the program this year. Our featured artist is not an artist, it's a genre. So there's going to be a lot of satire, a lot of critical commentary on life in South Africa at the moment. Chester Missing is going to be here, Evita Besadenhood is going to be here, Loyiso Gola is going to be here. So there's a whole array of artists who are going to be here specifically, who are going to be passing a lot of satire and social commentary on life in South Africa at the moment. That's very exciting. There's a very strong program at the Standard Bank Jazz Festival. Thandiswa Mazwai is going to be here, Ray Piri, Beatenberg, Mikasa. So there's just an amazing array of work that's going to be on display this year.
Now, Tony, 41 years is really a long time. What do you think have been the key reasons for the success of this festival throughout the years?
I think the beauty of the National Arts Festival is that it creates this little bubble in this town of Grahamstown. So for however long you're going to be here, be it 3 or 4 or 5 or 11 days, you can step into this bubble and totally immerse yourself in this amazing festival. And I think the consistency of that experience is what has kept it going for 41 years. It's an annual pilgrimage, and once you've been here once, it's the sort of thing that you want to do 2 or 3 or 4 more, or you want to come back every year. And there's so many South Africans who have it on their bucket list. It's the one thing that they still want to do. So we encourage them to make this the year that they come and do it, because we're ready and waiting for them. So it's that uniqueness of that festival experience that you can come here, forget about what's happening in the big cities, and just wallow in this amazing work that's being staged.
Now, another interesting part of this year's festival, we're going to be honouring Peter Dirk Ace. Why was it important for you to honour him at this year's festival?
Within that broad genre of satire that we spoke about earlier, obviously Peter Dirk Ace is South Africa's master satirist. It's also a landmark birthday for him. He turned 70 this year. So we thought you can't celebrate satire in South Africa without reflecting on the great satirists that have come through over the years. So obviously Peter Dirk Ace was someone that we wanted to turn the spotlight on. His work, his body of work, spanning back over decades, is amazing. So we wanted to give South Africans who know that work well and also who might be experiencing it for the first time the chance to experience it.
Well, that was Tony Lancaster saying that despite the concerns of the load shedding, the show will go on. Join me later on as I speak to the MEC of Arts and Culture, Dr. Pemi Majudina. She speaks about the support the government's giving at this year's festival. It's back to you.